hindi ka babae lang, babae ka. Kaya naman, nakikita din natin ngayon, sobrang evident yan ngayon. Ngayon yung games na nakita natin kanina, sobrang lakas ng ating mga female athletes. And now, we're heading on to the drafting phase ng Zol EastCreek and G Esports.
Okay, yeah. Okay, looking at the IGNs of the players, so GE Sports, I actually haven't seen any of their games yet. But as for Zol Eastcreek, this is a team that is familiar to me. So a little bit of I think hindi ko sure kung IGN change or maybe it's a player change or new people came in for Zol Eastcreek, but it's pretty much the same lineup that they've had sa kanilang sa kanilang roster right now. So I think pretty much they know each other's playstyle, and I think nakakatulong din na parang naglalaro sila for a long time kasi nandun na yung synergy like you know how each other's playstyle works, you know how each other work, how you guys work together. Pero we're seeing the first bans come through here for GE Sports and Zol EastCreek. It's actually a Diggy Prio ban here for GE Sports. Atlas rin kaya ba yung kukunin na? Or maybe even sobrang heavy crowd control kaya yung kukunin na katulad ng ginawa ng Raka Azur sa ating first series of the day.
I think itong G Esports Malabren Esports. Parang galit dun sa Digi. Kasi may mga ganun teams. Katulad ng team na minamanage ko. Galit kami dyan sa Digi. Kasi nga naman nakakairita, di ba, ang Digi. Sobrang annoying yung mga time bombs niya. Plus the disengage. Yung akala mo ikaw na yung mananalo dun sa clash na yun. Matuturn around pa ng isang Digi. Kasi nga naman, meron siyang times journey. But we see here Zol EastCreek banning out that glue. Very annoying nga. And G Sports answering back with banning that Kaja.
Yeah, a lot of respect here towards Shin actually if this is the case. Pero kasi apart from that, it's also a lot of control na mabibigay sa Zol EastCreek if ever these are opened up for them. So, glue ang tinanggal dito. If ever this is going to be the case, kailangan din kasi isipin dito ng Zol EastCreek yung kanilang mga bans. Kasi first pick dito yung GE Sports. So, they have to consider banning out yung mga Valentina, 1-1, carry. So, parang napapaisip rin sila kung ano nga ba itong final ban ng GE Sports. So, they might actually open up some things here. Kasi nag-ban out sila ng kadikta dito. So, some meta picks might actually come up. Possibly Valentina, Paramis na alam natin binaban out sa first phase.
And I think it's also good that Zol EastCreek is banning out this Kadita. We saw how Kadita was really effective during Smart Omega Empress's game. Yung pagpasok ng Kadita and hindi ka na makagalaw. Ang sobrang dami niyang crowd control. Plus, pagkasama pa nun yung Petrify, hindi ka na talaga makakagalaw. Tapos, makakatakas pa siya. Diba? Parang going in and out pa. So, yeah, it's a good ban coming in from Zol EastCreek. So now, abangan natin kung sino yung ibaban naman itong G Esports FE. And now they're banning out the 1-1. You mentioned that earlier. You wouldn't want to give out a 1-1, especially in this meta na sobrang nag-emerge ngayon yung mga tanky heroes natin, tanky frontlines. And pag mga ganun yung mga heroes, talagang masastakan lang ng 1-1 And yun nga, ayaw natin makita yung crossbow of tank. Kung ikaw yung kalaban ng 1-1, ayaw makita yung crossbow of tank plus that inspire. Kasi nga mauubos talaga kayong lahat.
Yeah, it's a 1-1's playground if ever that's the case, di ba? Sobrang likot pa ng 1-1 pag nagsastack siya, di ba? Halos hindi mo nga mahuli kung nakaposition siya ng maganda. At ngayon, Zol EastCreek really taking their time kung ano ba yung iba nila. Kasi at the skates, the Valentina will be open. Carry. So, ngayon, itatanggal na lang nila yung carry. So, a lot of gold lane bans. And we're seeing either if it's the team starting out with an Eve or they start out with the Lapu-Lapu. So, parang kasi pag Eve yung unang pinig dito ng GE Sports, it's actually going to be very good AOE for them. A lot of control as well sa team fights kung sinimulan nila with the Eve. Pero ngayon, parang napapaisip sa Valentina or Eve. Actually, they can pick up the Valentina here. Tapos, na lang, sige, Zol EastCreek. Okay, na-hover naman namin yung Eve. You guys can take it kasi we have the Valentina to actually equalize. Yun yung maganda sa Valentina kahit anong ultimate kunin mo. At sa tingin ko ngayon, kahit ano kasing gawin na nerf dito sa Valentina, it's still pretty much viable because of its ultimate. Oh, they actually...
But they still pick out that Eve. So I think Zol EastCreek here, bago pa tayo pumunta sa second banning phase, kailangan na, I think maganda na kunin na nila yung Valentina. Kasi, but no, they're gonna prioritize the Lapu-Lapu. We were wrong there. The Lapu-Lapu and the Fredrin, they're prioritizing these two.
Front.
Yeah. Magandang frontline to dahil sobrang tanky nga nitong dalawa. The knock-up coming in from that Fredrin plus yung bravest fighter na manggagaling dito sa Lapu-Lapu. So, good picks coming in from these two. And GE Sports
they need someone
here,
to peel though.
yeah,
Like,
kailangan nila naman
tanky kasi. Sobrang tanky kasi nitong two frontliners. So, I think they need to peel. You're right. They do need someone to shred this first two picks. I'm actually surprised that sabi ko nga sa'yo, I think that it's a new meta here right now. It's either the Eve or the Lapu-Lapu that is prioritized by teams. So, mukhang Beatrix ang magiging gold lane dito ng GE Sports. Should they go for Martis or Limord? We haven't seen so much of that. Ooh, okay. They're actually going for... Ito yung gusto ko i-point out. I actually thought that Attorney Ang was gonna go for a Benedetta because there was a time na sobrang dikit ng laban ng Zol EastCreek with, I can't remember which team, pero sobrang dikit ng laban to the point na sobrang hirap talaga i-deal with yung Benedetta ni Attorney Ang. So, it was just split pushing. But this time, actually, nag-switch up. So, they went for the Lapu-Lapu. Ayan na nga yung Valentina na sinasabi ko na open up for Zol EastCreek to pick up.
Yeah. And nakita ko na to si Lexa na mag-Valentina. So, I'm really excited kung paano nila lalaruin to. Pero, for the side of GE Sports naman, yun nga, ang ganda ng pick-up nila doon with that Benedetta. Kung hindi man siya makasabay sa team fights, kayang-kaya niya mag-split push at mahihirapan silang i-catch itong isang Benedetta dito. And but Zol EastCreek banning out that Hayabusa right there pala.
Yeah, it seems like nagiging bumabalik itong Hayabusa in major tournaments and even in the female scene because for a while we've seen the girls pick up mga Leomord, mga Martis, diba? It was a fighter meta, even the Balmond, parang sobrang uso na, parang yun yung time na binaban out yung Balmond kasi hindi pa na-nerf yung kanyang ultimate, diba? Parang isang lethal counter lang, double retry yun, so sobrang hirap talaga. There was a time that was the case, but right now we're seeing a Fredrin, ngayon wala pa rin jungler yung side ng GE Sports. It seems like the jungler is also comfortable with assassin picks kasi minsan kasi junglers, they're more on the utility type, pero it seems like Zol EastCreek also knows who they're going up against. So, magtatanggal sila ng mga heroes like the Hayabusa. Possible they might actually go for another jungler ban here. Not unless magtatanggal sila ng roamer dito.
Yeah. It's good that you pointed that out. Oo nga, kailangan pa ng jungler and ng roamer nitong GE Sports. Pero, if I remember it correctly, or if hindi ko sure kung siya yung Rian na yon, but there's a female athlete, Rian din yung IGN, na sobrang galing gumamit ng isang Beatrix. So I feel like itong Beatrix is parang na-steal nila yung pick na yon. Agaw pick siya. So if siya talagang Rian na yon, baka nga maganda din yung pick up nila sa Beatrix dito. Kasi sobrang galing ni Rian gumamit ng Beatrix. If siya yung Rian na nare-remember ko.
Oh, yun. Ito rin that's the same thing. It's good that you brought that up because I was actually thinking for Rian as well na magaling mag-plod sa gold lane. So, parang medyo nakikita mo na, di ba? Inagaw yung Beatrix, yung plod, and now, the only options for the gold lane, medyo na-limit out na kasi almost like 3 marksmen are taken out in the draft. Pero nakakatakot tong Zol EastCreek, especially for even the Beatrix. Ang daming pwede manghuli, the bravest fighter, yung mga taunts dito ng Fredrin. So, magiging importante dito for GE Sports to have very good positioning, especially since, yung backline damage to, and nakakatakot rin si Shin mag-Franco dito. Once nahuli itong Beatrix and the Eve, it's going to be difficult. So, will GE Sports actually add tanky frontline? I think yung question here, is it going to be a fighter or a sustain type of jungler, utility jungler, or magiging assassin jungler ba tong jungler dito ng GE Sports FE?
Yeah, let's see. Kasi parang, that Leomord though. I've been waiting for that since
this,
earlier.
Right?
Yeah. So if they actually do pick up this Leomord, I'm excited to see what they can do with this. Kasi nga, pag naka-power spike ng Leomord at nagwala, only kabayo talaga ang mga kalaban. So, let's see if ilalock nila to ang isang Leomord plus ang isang Estes. And they actually
yeah,
pick
they
it.
do.
So I'm excited for that.
Oh, wow. So this is something that we've seen this in the previous game na linabas rin yung Harit Gold lane. Late game hero as well. At para sa G Esports FE, there is an Estes here to sustain the Leomord. But the thing is, ang daming mga ultimates na pwedeng kunin dito ni Lexa or the Valentina for the side of Sol EastCreek. At magiging importante din yun, Adi, kung ano yung kukunin na ultimate dito. It's either the real world manipulation or maybe even the blessing of the moon goddess from the Estes. So there's a lot. Actually, even yung dito, Phantom Steed ng Leomord, pwede nga kunin ng Valentina dito ni Lexa eh.
So, yun nga, no, ang daming magagandang ultimates na pwedeng kunin ni Lexa dito. So, medyo naging advantage talaga itong Valentina pick for Zol EastCreek. So, but I'm excited kung paano lalaruin itong Leomord. Kasi pag ang Leomord ang nauna, medyo tagilid ang kalaban. Diba?
Yeah, especially yung early ng Leomord.
Yeah.
Pag naka-farm up talaga siya ng napakabili. I actually recently tried out the Leomord and sabi ko, ano nga ba meron? So actually sobrang OP niya, especially since na-buff up yung kanyang crit rate sa kanyang passive. So lalo na pag low dito yung mga members ng Zol EastCreek, well, it's not gonna be so easy to burst them down. Then ang kunat dito ng Zol EastCreek. And I am not so sure how G Esports will do that, but I think with the proper setup lang dito, positioning from Janelle and Jen should be the key here. Pero nakakatakot rin kasi for Zol EastCreek, there's a lot of heroes to dive in the backside. So, magiging importante dito yung pagka-sustain ni Senidoza from the Estes. But early on, Adi, how's it looking like sa ating matchup dito in the gold lane? I mean, Harit against a Beatrix?
Yeah, kanina nakita natin na itong Harith, no, tinulungan niya mag-secure ng jungle. Nag-leash siya with ating jungler here. I'm assuming this is Ashe, but we can't read her IGN. Yeah, but this matchup here on the gold lane, I think medyo lumalamang dito yung Harith just because it has the mobility and the damage early on. Compared sa Beatrix na talagang kailangan pa mag-farm ng kanyang items. But here we
likot
see
pa ng Harit,
Chin,
no?
Yun din, malikot din yung Harith. So, ang hirap hulihin if naka-sniper ka or shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah, yun nga eh. Ayun din yung po-point out ko sa no? Parang hirap mag-sniper dito for Jen kasi sasayawan lang siya dito ni Rian. And for Senidoza, she knows that as well na kailangan muna niya i-assess dito yung Beatrix kasi may konting kalamangan dito yung Harriet when it comes to the pokes as well. Kung mapapansin mo, napakabilis rin nung pagka-clear doon sa gold lane. Pero malaking pressure din dito sa XP lane na two rotation yung nagaganap dito at tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari dito. Janelle, Lex as well, hindi pa siya naka-level 4 dito. So, hindi pa niya maaagaw dito yung real world manipulation. At ayan, nakaka-level 4 lang ni Alexa just in time for the turtle. Makuha niya dito yung, ma-IMU niya dito yung real world manipulation. And Zol EastCreek actually setting up things right now for them to take in this first objective.
Yeah, Lexa, we saw there Lexa instantly picking up that real world manipulation and now the knock-up from the bravest fighter will take out Shelby right there.
Yeah.
But
mararetry naman dito ni
Nami
Nami
Swan will be able to secure the turtle. And they still want to fight. Ayaw pa nila mag-disengage. Kasi nga naman may turtle buff itong si Nami Swan dito. And
yeah, it's actually good though.
Yeah. Pero medyo equal lang kasi nakuha nila yung first blood. Nakuha ng Zol EastCreek yung first blood dun. Pero nakuha naman ng G Esports FE yung turtle. So, if ikaw tatanungin Burger Kim, ano yung mas importante doon? Is it the first blood or the turtle buff for the whole team?
Para sa akin kasi yung, I think hindi naman siya as crucial as getting the jungler. Buti na lang kasi hindi yung jungler yung nahuli doon. So, it was the XP laner that was down. But it's a good thing naman na parang nagkaroon ng magandang trades for both sides. Turtle, pick off. I wouldn't say na parang may lamang na agad dito kasi para sa Zol EastCreek, they are really gonna focus on their gold lane right now. At yung nahuli pa nga dito, si Jen, may Blessing of the Moon Gods. It's dito si Senedoza, but it's not enough to sustain Jen. And right now, makukuha pa nga ni Lexa dito yung Blessing of the Moon Goddess as well. So, we can expect a lot of engages dito from Zol EastCreek. Alam na rin to ni Nami, so they have to be a little bit more careful right now in the early stages of the game. Lalo na parang unti-unti ka palang nagpa-farm and your gold laner needs some space. Pero Zol EastCreek as well, no, alam nila yon. They need to be aggressive as well right now. And here comes the real world manipulation from Janelle. Shelby gonna go in for Lexa. Really low right now. But from the backside, look at Attorney out of nowhere. Going for that bravest fighter. Mapapunish siya dito ni Janelle. But they are not gonna overcommit towards this one. This is Ashi, if I'm not mistaken. I can't read the IGN. Yeah, it's in a different language. So, hindi na lang nila itutuloy yon. Shin will go for the Iron Hook. Baka mapunish na dito ni Jen. There is still no follow-up damage from the side of G Esports. It's still too early right now. Pero ito na yung second turtle of the game.
Yeah, gusto ko i-point out na ang ganda ng mga Iron Hook na pinapakita dito ni Shin.
Yeah, katulad na ganyan.
Katulad niyan sa getting caught
out.
out.
Na lang may heal. Ayan lang, may heal lang dito.
Yeah,
yung nahuli mo yung healer. Pwede lang siya mag-heal dito. Pero that was a nice engage. I do agree with you. It's really scary to go up against a Franco. Lalo na yung roamer dito ng G Esports. It's actually a support. But on the bottom side, Attorney Ang, not gonna overcommit towards Shelby. Pwede siya makatakas dito. Iron Hook from Shin. Here comes the Phantom Steed from Nami as well. Might chase down Shin. Takes the roamer down from the side of Zol EastCreek. At makukuha pa nga ng G Esports yung turtle. From that side, a very, very nice bounce back from G Esports this time.
Yeah, ang ganda ng ginagawa dito ng G Esports FE. Hindi sila masyado nagko-commit kasi alam nila yung Zol EastCreek gustong pumasok ng pumasok. And with that heal, mas nagiging safe sila with that heal coming in from the SS, mas nagiging safe sila at mas natatranslate nila yung mga ganong space na naging ng Zol EastCreek. Mas natatranslate nila yun sa mga major objectives, katulad ng turtles. So, nakakadalawang turtle na natitake itong G Esports FE. And habang patagal ng patagal, mas lumalamang sila. Kasi nga naman, ito ay team buff at lahat ng teammates nila dito ay mabibigyan ng gold. So, mas mabilis yung pag-itemize ng mga ng players natin dito sa G Esports FE compared sa Zol EastCreek. Dahil sa objectives na nakuha nila. Pero meron may maglaban dito, Burger King.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Phantom Steed
lang muna.
Oo, tamang decimation lang dito ni Nami. And again, Shin will fall under the hands of G Esports. They might actually just go for more. Look at the slows coming in from Janelle. Magpa-flicker in dito si Shelby to get in the jungler of Zol EastCreek. They may actually back away from this one. Nakuha na nila yung mid-side tower. That is something huge for G Esports. Map control. Pero buti na, speaking of map control, si Attorney Ang tamang trabaho lang dito sa bottom lane. He's going to be able to secure in that tower. So, it seems like na-equalize naman pero mas malaki yung nakuha dito ng G Esports. Mid-side tower yung nakuha nila.
Yeah, kasi pag middle lane turret ang napabagsak, mas na-open up yung jungle nyo. So, dapat talagang protektahan ang isang mid lane turret. But it looks like Zol EastCreek here wants to take down this turret pero hindi yun hahayaan ng G Esports FE. Nakakatawa, no? Kasi itong lapu-lapu, ang in-expect ko talaga dito, it's more on the team fight. Pero parang mas nagsisplit po siya compared sa Benedetta pat niya. And it looks like merong fight na mangyayari dito.
Attorney Ang gonna go in for the bravest fighter. Si Janelle yung target dito. Tamang target kasi yun yung kailangan mo talaga. And now, speaking of Nami, this is what we were talking about. No? Kung naka-farm up talaga yung Liam Ward, medyo mahirap na to. Alam nila, nagamit na dito ni Nami yung kanyang Phantom Steed. They can actually position themselves here in the turtle side. 1/4 HP. And alam, mararetry pa nga dito ng G Esports FE. But they may actually be punished there. They won't go for the overcommit here for Zol EastCreek. But G Esports right now, they're looking really good. Alam nila, nandito na yung power spike. But Petrify onto Lexa will be able to escape that one. And G Esports this time, Ari, sila naman yung nakakakuha ng lamang dito.
Ang ganda ng ginagawa nga dito ng G Esports FE, no? Pag nakuha na nila yung objective or pag nakuha na nila yung kill, tamang disengage na sila. Ayaw na nilang bumabad pa doon sa clash na yon. Pero nandito na naman si Attorney Ang. Gusto niya na naman pumasok, but the
Oo,
Liam Ward here,
pasok ako naman.
Swan.
Oh, siya na naman yung magpa-Phantom Steed dito. Nami, once again, in the nick of time, saving the lives of G Esports. FE, real room manipulation here from Janelle, just to zone away the members of Zol EastCreek. Mapapa-atras sila, pero onto the top side as well, there might actually be some trades na gagawin dito ni Rian para makaangat rin sila dito sa top side since G Esports has been relentless on taking in the turrets here one by one sa kanila. Dalawa na yung nakuha nila in the 8th Addy.
Yeah. Itong G Sports ngayon, nakikita na yung mga objectives na nakukuha na nila. It works out for them. Dahil nga naman, pero may kagat dito na manggagaling kay
May
Shin.
heal din.
That's the real world manipulation. Pero may heal pa rin. So wala pa rin babagsak. But it will be a Tornia to fall down first. And that is a 1-for-1 trade. Medyo na-equalize na dito ng Zol EastCreek yung nangyayari. Dahil nga, kung may heal kayo sa kabila, kayang-kaya din niyang agawin ni Lexa with that Valentina, no? Pero, as I said earlier, etong G Sports FE rather, ang ganda nung pinapakita nilang tamang objectives muna and then disengage. Pero pag may mga skirmish or clashes na tumatagal ng ganun, minsan sila pa yung napapasama. So, kailangan nilang i-continue yung ginagawa nila na tamang disengage lang if they want to keep their lead.
At saka laking shutdown goal if ever man mahuli nila dito si Nami. Pero yung nagiging problema kasi dito, si Seridoza. Tawag heal lang din sa likod. Wala pa siyang deaths dito. Naka-flicker out siya dito just in case mahuli siya or mahuli siya sa alanganin dito ng Zol EastCreek. This is the first Lord as well for both sides. I think gusto dito ng Zol EastCreek magkaroon muna ng pick-off bago nila simulan to. At para sa G Esports naman, they're confident to do it. They're confident to start this one. Here comes Engage from Shin. Yan na yung kailangan nila huliin. But here comes Dami as well with the Phantom Steed. Will punish Shin at that. Nawala yung roamer namin at kayo naman yung mawawala. Double kill for the side of G Esports. They're going for more. Lexa is down. Rian as well, unable to pop it. Atornia is the only one left here, popping in the bravest fighter. But it's Shin free hitting everyone from the side of Zol EastCreek. It's a wipeout. Yung gusto ng Zol EastCreek, sila yung nauna mag-initiate. But it seems like sila yung na-bite back dito at makakakuha pa nga ng free lord dito yung G Esports.
Ang ganda nung counter-engage na ginawa ng G Esports FE doon. Nauna si Shin with that iron hook. Pero hindi, ang galing ng pagpasok dito. Tamang-tama yung pagpasok dito ni Nami's One. Kaya naman nabigyan talaga ang members ng Zol EastCreek. At after kasi mag-fall down doon ni Shin and ni Lexa and ni Rian, sumunod pa yung kanilang front lines. That's why talagang naubos sila doon dahil parang medyo nag-audition ang Zol EastCreek sa laban na yun. Pero mukhang may plano dito sa top side itong G Esports FE or tamang siege lang ng turret dito. Akala ko kasi kanina bigla silang kala ko magpipick sila ng fight doon Akala ko mag-start sila ng team fight. Hindi pala. May disiplina itong G Esports FE.
At this point, parang mapapaisip ka tuloy kung anong kukunin ni Lexa. Is it kung ikaw si Lexa, kukunin mo ba yung real world or kukunin mo ba yung Blessing of the Moon Goddess dito ng Estes? Kasi parang yun din yung nagiging susi dito ng G Esports kung anong kinukuha na ultimate dito ni Lexa. Kung, yan na naman yung engage dito. Mag-isa dito si Shelby, At mapapunish siya dito ng Zol EastCreek. It's, this is what the Franco is known for. Single target pickoffs, control, suppression. At that's something that Zol EastCreek needs at this point. Kasi G Esports, halos lahat ng mga towers dito, nakuha na nila. It's only the inhibitors left for them. So, para naman sa G Esports, they got already the control that they want. At para rin sa kanilang jungler na hindi pa na-shutdown at this point, Nami, standing at a 406 on this Leomord. Tingnan natin ating items, Adi.
Okay, so ngayon nakita na natin dito mga key items. Meron na ang lapu-lapu ng Dominance Eyes at yan ang kanilang kailangan dahil kailangan nilang malesen itong heal na nanggagaling sa ating kay Sanidoza dahil sa kanyang Blessing of the Moon Goddess na Estes.
Naka-immortality na nga dito si Senidoza. So, I think she's also
Yeah.
gearing up for the fact na para siya talaga yung uunahin dito ng Zol EastCreek. And they were able to do that. Like, nahook naman dito ni Shin si Senidoza. Pero yun nga, no, as long as your damage dealers are alive, it's fine for G Esports. As si Shelby na naman yung magiging target dito ng Zol EastCreek. They're finding openings here all around the map, catching Shelby all alone here na hindi kasama yung G Esports. And this is what you need to do against a Benedetta na talagang gusto mag-split push dito ni Shelby, and Zol EastCreek knows that very well. So, nakakahanap sila ng opening at makakakuha pa nga sila ng isang tower dito before the Lord. Masakit na rin dito yung mga chrono dashes ni Rian. So, that's something that G Esports has to watch out for as well.
Actually, kanina, Burger Kim, 5K gold lead na itong G Esports FE. Pero ngayon, na-equalize na itong Zol EastCreek yung gold lead natin, no? Saka, kaya kailangan mag-ingat dito ng G Esports FE sa mga ganong pick-offs. Dahil itong Zol EastCreek, ready na mag-abang para sa mga ganong paglalim coming into G Esports FE. Pero mariretry pa rin! Mariretry pa rin ni Nami Swan, yung Lord. And that is a shutdown for Nami Swan.
They never actually just go for more. Dalawa yung nawala doon. Buti na lang nakuha doon ng G Esports. Yung naagaw actually nila yung Lord, and this time kailangan pa actually maganda yung pwesto doon ng Zol EastCreek, and they didn't anticipate the fact na nandun si Nami. Saktong pag-retry lang, and this is actually gonna create some more space before maka-respawn ulit dito si Senidoza and si Nami Swan. So they're gonna be able to melt down this this first Luminous Lord. Pero for Zol EastCreek, they should push forward. This is something that they want. Continuously create pressure habang wala pa dito si Nami Swan and si Senidoza. So they're gonna be able to continuously create the pressure. At ayan na si Lexa. Makukuha na rin yung real world manipulation dito from the Eve as well. And I think that's something that they really need right now. AOE, aside from the Harrods, Zaman Force, and the Chrono Dashes later on.
Nakita din natin dito na meron ng Radiant Armor. They picked up the Radiant Armor, both of the jungler and the roamer of Zol EastCreek. So medyo hindi na sila masasaktan dito sa Eve dahil meron na silang continuous magic defense. And sumasakit na din dito si Rian. Kaya naman, ngayon may mga ganyang clashes, talagang nakakalamang na ngayon ng Zol EastCreek. So kailangan na talagang mag-ingat na itong G Esports FE na hindi na sila lumalim pa dahil sumasakit na ang members ng Zol EastCreek dito.
You know what's so little about the Franco? Yung mga hooks niya dito, kahit hindi yung, speaking of the hook, ayan na naman, Senidoza nahuli dito. Flicker out for Senidoza, can be expended before the Lord takes. So Shin naman, tamang pressure lang or tamang angas lang yung ginagawa niya dito sa G Esports. So it's fine, meron siyang immortality dito. At yung mga hinuhuli talaga niya, it's Janelle. Proper targeting lang dito, masuspatan siya dito ni Jel. Falling down really low. Actually, they should force them to back away from that one kasi tuloy-tuloy yung pressure dito ni Shin para sa Zol EastCreek. At kung mapapansin mo ngayon, Adi, yung gold lead natin, hindi na ganun kalayo for Zol EastCreek.
Yun nga, Zol EastCreek was able to equalize the game. Kanina, sobrang lamang na ng G Esports FE at sila na talaga yung kumokontrol sa mapa. Pero dahil lang sa isang clash doon, kung nakuha nga ng Zol EastCreek yung Lord doon, kung hindi na retry yun ni Nami, baka sobrang lumaki na ang gold lead na tong Zol EastCreek. Pero buti na lang na retry yun Nami, pero mukhang bibigyan nila dito si Shelby. Shelby will be going... Oh no! I thought kaya niya pang tumakas doon. Pero yeah, she will be going down there. And Zol EastCreek, ito yung mga, kanina sabi mo, ito yung mga kailangan nilang gawin. And they did it. They actually did it, Burger Kim. Hindi nila pinapahinga itong G Esports FE. Talagang binibigyan nila. Pag merong nakahiwalay na isa dito sa G Esports FE, talagang sabi nila, bibigyan talaga nila. Wala na silang pake kung ano yung mga ultimate na malatag nila as long as mabawasan nila ang mga heroes dito sa G Esports FE. And now, they're taking the Lord. It's uncontested pa. So, lamang na lamang ngayon ang Zol EastCreek. Umaangat na yung gold nila. Sila na ngayon yung nasa lead. Pero hindi pa ganun kalaki ang lead ng Zol EastCreek. Pero pagdating sa pag-control sa mapa, mas nakashove yung minions ng Zol EastCreek dito.
Yeah, nakahabol na rin dito si Rian sa kanyang gold. At yung magandang ginawa dito ng Zol EastCreek kung paano nila na-control yung situation, yung sobrang early game damage na iba to ni Nami's One, plus the fact na retry niya yung second lord dito is hindi na lang nila fino-focus dito yung mga hooks ni Shin onto the damage dealers sa GE Sports. Yung pinapunish nila dito si Shelby. Kasi yung ginagawa dito ng GE Sports, obviously there's an SS, you're gonna group up. Someone has to split push here and it's going to be Shelby. Alam yun ng Zol EastCreek and they are watching out for those side split pushes, and right now, Addy, they're gonna take as much as they can get. Inhibitors are going down, structures are going down one by one for GE Sports. Pwede sila mag-engage dito. May additional minions pa. Mahook dito ni Shin. Sino yung nahuli? It's Shelby once again. Hindi siya mag-split push this time. But Zol EastCreek finding openings time and time again. Lahat ng inhibitors this time. Yung GE Sports naman, yung nasa alanganan dito, they're looking to try and end this one, but it's a tanky front line for Zol EastCreek. Hindi na lang sila mag-overcommit dito, pero yung Zol EastCreek, the bounce back that they got from that one, and it's all thanks to the control that they've got. And Shin, once again, isa pa yung
Another
dito,
hook.
flicker out once again for Sendoza. Here comes the heals. Lexa has it as well. It's the same blacklist skin that you got, and they're gonna go in for more here para sa Zol EastCreek. May shutdown dito sa gold lane. Masakit na dito si Rian. Nakikita na natin, may flicker out dito. And for Zol EastCreek, they took what they got. Mag-escape muna sila dito. Pero hindi pa yata. Tapos dito si Shin, gusto pa yata niyang makahuli ng isa pa. Pero they shouldn't overstay here. They might actually get punished here by GE Sports. Meron pa palang bloody hunt dito from Shin. Wala lang follow-up dito from the members of Zol EastCreek. May immortality na magaganap dito. Pero mahuli pa nga doon si Ashy from the backside. There might be a counter punish here. Nani will go down as well in the hands of Rian. Pretty much unstoppable right now. And Lexa still going at it. Quite tanky here for the side of GE Sports, pero nakuha naman nila yung magandang trade. 2-4-2 right now, and I am so amazed kung paano man na-defend dito ng GE Sports yung kanilang base right now, considering Zol EastCreek is super aggressive at that time.
Yeah, ang ganda ng defense na ginawa ng GE Sports FE doon. Dahil din naman sa pag-overstay ito ng Zol EastCreek. Muntikan pa si Lexa at saka si Rian doon. Kung di lang dahil sa heal na nabigay ni Lexa plus the shield from the Harriet. Ayun, muntikan na sila talaga doon sa may purple side ng GE Sports FE. And now may Lord na paparating. Buhay na lahat ng players ngayon. So, pwedeng makontest tong Lord na to dahil pumapalag pa ang GE Sports FE kahit wala na silang turrets, kahit na pabagsak na lahat ng kanilang turrets, pumapalag pa sila. And actually, nakashove yung lanes nila, nakashove yung minions. So, maganda yung pastuhan nila dito, pwede nila tong i-contest. And sa nakita naman natin kanina, ang ganda ng retribution coming in from Nami's One. Pero ito, ngayon, si Attorney Ang, mukhang may ibang plano. Hindi sila maglo-lord
si
ngayon
Shelby na naman.
Minions dito sa bottom lane.
Yep, Shelby,
Rian,
super
talagang
low once again.
sumasayaw lang dito.
Yeah, man. They were going to try and go for the split push. Mapapunish naman dito si Shelby. And actually, si Nami nakapwesto rin doon sa Lord, ha? May mga minion waves na rin na pumapasok dito sa base ng GE Sports. They have to watch out for that one. Nami is just waiting for the right time to go for the steal. Alam to, nakita na ng Zol EastCreek, nandito siya. They have to zone Nami away. Andito na yung Phantom Steed, a very, very early Phantom Steed. They baited it out, and Zol EastCreek, they're gonna go for it. May mga heals dito from Sendoza. Attorney Ang as well, gonna try to go for the Bravest Fighter from the backside. Here's the sustain, pero para sa Zol EastCreek, meron din sila. Lexa, gonna try to go for Janelle. At mapapaatras na lang dito. Si Sendoza na lang yung natitira dito. Wala siyang mahihil dito. And Rian will pick up the final kill. And at this point, ang hirap na rin niya hulihin. And for Zol EastCreek, sisimulan nila kung ano yung sinimulan nila kanina. They're gonna go straight for this Lord.
Yeah, kung makikita natin ngayon, Kim, patapos na sa items ang Zol EastCreek. And may mga kulang pa sa side ng GE Sports FE. And nandito na nga, kinuha na ni Shin ang isang antique cuirass. So medyo mas mababawasan pa yung damage na nabibigay dito ni Nami. Kanina I was gonna say na dun sa bush na yon, if left unchecked, talagang matuturn around pa to ni Nami. But then, alam yun ng Zol EastCreek. Kaya naman make sure nila na walang aagaw dun sa Lord na kanina pa nila pinaplanong i-take. And now, the Lord is marching down the mid lane.
Yep. Nandito
Zol
na.
EastCreek here wants to finish this game already.
Andito na rin yung Phantom Steed from Nami. Early actually na finors out ito ng Zol EastCreek. Pero yung Lord, matutunaw rin agad dito ng G Esports. The main problem here is kailangan magkakuha ng pick-off dito yung Zol EastCreek. Makakuha na rin dito ni Lexa yung Blessing of the Moon Goddess. So they're actually gearing up for the final push here, possible final push actually for Zol EastCreek. Naghihintay lang sila ng initiation from Shin. But there's a lot of slows before they can come into the base. Medyo mahirap rin to para sa Zol EastCreek maka-move forward. They need to get Rian to free hit. But for G Esports, maganda yung kanilang start right now. They have to watch out for this because Shin is out looking for blood. Yung mga iron hooks na talaga dito, tumatama kanina. So they have to really watch out for that. Isa lang yung mawala dito for G Esports. It's going to be difficult for them.
Nice def again coming in from G Esports FE. Kailangan talaga mabigyan, ito nga sinasabi mo kanina pa, Burger Kim, na kailangan ni Shin dito na makahook ng isa, katulad ng mga ginagawa niya kanina, kung gusto nilang tapusin talaga tong game na to. Pero sa ngayon, parang wala pa tayo nakikita na hook dito kay Shin. No? Ang hirap ng abutin ni Jen kasi talagang nandun lang siya sa likod at nandyan pa yung si Sunny Doza para mag-heal back para sa kanilang damage dealer. So, ang ganda talaga ng wave clear nitong side ng G Esports FE. Dito, hindi matapos-tapos. Kanina pa gustong tapusin ng Zol EastCreek no? Pero hindi talaga nila matapos-tapos kasi ang ganda ng wave clear ng G Esports FE dito.
Tapos ito na yung point it's 24 minutes in the game, Adi. And I'm pretty sure everyone here in the live stream has experienced this na nakaabot tayo ng almost 30 minutes game. Tapos ito na yung point, Adi, kung mapapansin mo, halos lahat ng mga members, both sides, may immortality na. So, yeah, junglers, even the mid laners, they have the immortalities here. Kasi alam nga nila, no, magiging crucial itong late game stages. So we're seeing Jen, actually mostly the damage dealers here, and even Shelby na possible nga na yung ginagawa niya dito is to split push, and you know, she has to watch out for that kasi yung Zol EastCreek, ito yung ginagawa. Kung makikita mo yung pwesto dito, they're looking to punish Shelby once again on the bottom side.
O nga, mukhang nakaabang dito si Shin dahil parang lumalalim itong si Shelby. Pero alam yun ni Shelby, kaya magbo-back away muna siya. Andito na naman ang isang evolved Lord. Sabi mo nga kanina, Worker, malapit na tong, mukhang may mangyayaring laban sa baba, pero hindi na makakatch si Shelby. Yeah. Tamang back off muna doon si Shelby. At mukhang ikukantas nila tong Lord.
Yeah, they can actually. Pero mukhang may magaganap na si Shelby na naman yata yung nagiging target dito. Someone has to back away because they're gonna go straight for the base here for Zol EastCreek. Magagawa yata nila yun! And that's it! No more Lord for the side of Zol EastCreek. They're straight for the base, locking it in. At makukuha nila yung first point nila dito sa ating series na to.
Yeah, ang ganda ng series na pinakita sa atin ng Zol EastCreek and G Esports FE. Sobrang ganda ng mga palitan. And nakala ko pa, makaka-comeback pa yung G Esports FE doon. Kasi usually, di ba, pag nag-RG ka, tapos hindi ma-end nung kalaban mo, tapos ang ganda ng defense na ginagawa nyo. Tapos usually, pag ganun yung nangyayari, pagka lumalim, yung mga gustong mag-push, yung mga gustong pilitan na tapusin yung game, kayo pa yung mga comeback. Pero hindi yun hinayaang mangyari ng Zol Esports. Ng Zol EastCreek rather, dahil nga hindi sila lumalim and alam nila yung plano na kanilang gagawin. Shinov nila yung minions dun sa mid lane and bottom lane, and ayun, dun nila natapos yung game. And now we can see the highlights here coming in from both of these teams. Yung mga hook talaga ni Shin no? Yung mga saktong-sakto, tamang-tama, alam niya kung sino yung huhulihin niya since the earlier parts of the game, up to the mid game, and up to the later parts of the game, up to the ultimate late game, no? Nakita natin yan kay Shin.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time actually, yung nagiging susi dito, nung unang parts kasi parang nakaka-hook si Shin. Tapos, naka-counter-punish kasi siya dito ni Nami.
Yeah,
Pero in the latter stages of the game, umiba kasi yung game plan ng Zol. Sabi nila, sige, wag na tayo mag-clash dyan with Senidoza's Estes kasi talagang masusustain niya yung mga clashes or yung mga engages na ginagawa ng Zol. So, sabi nila, sige, i-target na lang natin yung nagsisplit push. So, it was actually Shelby na napapansin mo yun, like siya yung pinapunish for the possible split push na ginagawa niya. At yun talaga yung nagkaroon ng opening yung Zol EastCreek na na-bounce back sa kanila yung goal. And eventually, I think this was a main highlight for the entire game na sabi dito ng Zol EastCreek, medyo mahirap yata i-end kasi may Eve, meron pang Beatrix, meron pang Estes. So sabi nila, sige, bait natin yung Lord. Let's do a fake Lord and let's go straight for the base. Tatlo sila nakapwesto dun sa bottom side and for Shelby, it was difficult for that one. Naka-recall naman actually dun si Jen, pero hindi na kasi diretso, parang ano yung kasama nila that time was si Attorney Ang. So, nag-lock in na siya ng base and para kay Shin naman, parang mag-hook lang siya doon. Medyo mahirap na talaga. At nabigla rin. Actually, natawa ako doon kasi sa sobrang intense ng huling clash, diretso ka agad sa atin yung camera. Nagulat ako parang, uy, balik sa atin yung reaction natin.
Kasi kahit tayo nagulat doon sa gagawin nila, I mean, kanina pa nila tinatry gawin yun di ba? Yung balak nila na mag-push na lang sa baba para mabasag na nila yung base nung Esports FE, pero hindi sila nagiging successful doon. And I also like that you pointed out na nung una kasi talaga magaganda yung hooks ni Shin. Doon siya sa may Estes nag-hook. So walang nangyayari and nababaliktad pa sila doon. Pero nung iniba nila yung target nila, alam nila kung sino na yung ipipick off nila. Yun, doon mas napaganda sa Zol EastCreek and doon nag-start nga yung pagbawi nila sa gold. Kasi kanina sobrang lamang talaga yung GE Sports FE. It really looked like na parang yung GE Sports FE yung nagdidictate ng tempo ng game. Pero nabawi yon ng Zol EastCreek with the right targeting of heroes.
Yeah. I think you're right, no? Para ako rin sabi ko, medyo mahirap yata yung kay Senizoza. And sobrang early rin nung kanyang immortality. So, kung nahuli man siya ni Shin, either may immortality siya, may flicker siya, or may heal siya. So, for Shin, it's like, wait, parang ano yata even if si Jen yung mahuli niya, si Janelle even, kasi may heal lang siya ni Senizoza. Pero nung si Shelby na kasi, parang isa lang yun, and it was like a 3-man. Actually, nahirapan ako for Shelby there. Even though she's a Benedetta, pwede niya nga takasin yun. Pero kasi ang hirap kasi takasin yung Bloody Hunt ng Franco. Tapos isama mo pa ng Bravest Fighter nung Lapu-Lapu ni Attorney Ang. It was so difficult to escape that one. So, parang, ilang beses na punish si Shelby on the bottom side. Yung parang she was trying to make the lanes move. And eventually, parang yung Zol EastCreek, doon talaga sila nakahanap ng opening. And yung last part talaga, yun yung parang, ang hirap nito yung end kasi may real world nga. So, they just went straight for the base and yun, it was just a bait lord from their side.
Yeah, and di ba na-mention natin kanina na parang kailangan nga talaga iwasan ni Shelby na lumalim kasi sa kanya nag-uumpisa. Like, pagka nakukuha na siya ng Zol EastCreek, doon na nagsa-start yung space ng sa side ng Zol EastCreek na wala silang iintindihan na magsi-split push kaya nakakakuha sila ng magandang team fight. So nung una talagang nakakatakas pa si Shelby doon kaya hindi talaga matapos-tapos ng Zol EastCreek, pero kasi nung nakita ni Shin ang proper timing, kasama niya doon si Rian, pati ang Lapu-Lapu nila, talagang natapos na nila yung game.
Yeah. Actually, ang daming ang nagtatanong, parang kailangan ba na lahat ng towers basag? Like, I mean, for everyone who's watching na first time mag-Mobile Legends, actually, it's different strategies on how to end the game. As long as you can get to the crystal, matamaan mo yung crystal, ma-end mo yung game, okay na yun. Kahit may iba pang inhibitors na titira, that's fine. Like, as long as you can get to the crystal, the game's over for you. And para sa Zol EastCreek, medyo nag-struggle sila sa early stages of the game, pero nakabawi naman sila sa dulo. And they went straight for the base. Actually, hindi na nga sila nag-lord doon. So, it's just parang, ano rin yun minsan, Adi, pag sa late stages, no? Parang either magkamali, or parang may split push na magaganap.
Yeah. Actually, kanina talaga, may part sa akin na ina-expect na pwedeng mag-comeback pa itong GE Sports FE kasi nga kung pinilit talaga ng Zol EastCreek yung pag-siege doon sa may base, baka ma-turn around pa talaga kahit na wala nang inhibitor turrets itong side ng Esports FE. Pero hindi, naging disiplinado sila. That's why they were able to take that game 1. And coming into the game 2, tignan natin kung ano yung magiging adjustments dito ng Esports FE para ma-extend pa itong laban. Kasi maganda naman yung draft nila kanina, maganda din yung laro nila. They were able to get the advantage during the earlier parts of the game. But now we see here, Zol EastCreek sila naman ang nasa blue side. Pinili ata ng Esports FE na sila naman ang second pick. So Zol EastCreek here batting out that Kadita once more. Anong masasabi mo dito sa first ban na to, Burger Kim?
I think kasi prior dito yung Zol EastCreek. So they might actually want some heroes, some meta heroes opened up. Perhaps like a Valentina or maybe even the carry on their side. Kaya naman nagbaban out sila. I think they also banned this out in the first game. So perhaps respect as well sa playmaking abilities dito ng Kadita. At hindi pa rin talaga nawawala yung Digi ban dito for G Esports. So they're still gonna be taking that one away since mahirap rin nga naman no, Digi 1-1 as well. So it's not there's nothing different in the second game for both sides. So parang ganun pa rin naman. Pero yung maganda lang naman dito is Zol EastCreek has the prio pick here and Lexa picked up the Valentina earlier on and alam naman natin na sobrang malalimit out talaga. Yun talaga yung bakit binaban out yung Valentina. Mapapaisip ka kasi kung anong ilalabas mo ng mga heroes.
Yeah.
So for G Esports, they
and
still have to
Valentina,
think about what their last man is.
And yung Valentina kanina ni Lexa, actually, nahirapan yung G Esports na i-catch yung Valentina ni Lexa kanina. I think kanina wala atang deaths yung Valentina ni Lexa. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Pero yun, tapos nakukuha niya din yung mga tamang mga ultimate from G Esports FE. Kaya isa din yun sa factors kung bakit Zol EastCreek was able to turn that game around. But now we see here, G Esports FE, ayaw talaga nila ibigay itong carry. Kasi nga naman, priority pick to ngayon. But now, we see Zol EastCreek batting out that Eve. Annoying din naman nga pagka gusto mo mag-team fight, no?
Oo, kasi kanina, parang ako, pati kay Lexa, di ba, parang tinanong nga akin, ikaw si Lexa, anong kukunin mo? Yung heal ba ng Estes or yung real world manipulation? Kasi kung real world yung kunin, pwede sila mag-clash. Pwede rin sila mag-clash with the Estes, pero mas makakalamang sila in terms of AoE with that. So, ang hirap rin nung slows kanina. I think that was a big factor in the early parts of the game for Zol EastCreek. Kaya naman nahirapan sila maka-advance. Kasi na-buff up pala yung Eve, yung kanyang slows. Although, parang lumit yung kanyang chessboard, pero mas malaking damage, mas maraming slow yung kanyang first two skills. Kaya naman nakikita natin parang mahirap talaga kumilos, especially with the Eve. Even Shin, parang naka-tough boots na yata yung mga players ng Zol EastCreek kanina. Ang hirap pa rin talaga kumilos. At ngayon, Blue ang final ban. Lapu-Lapu kaya ang magiging first pick here. But yan na, iba pa naman. It's either the Lapu-Lapu, the Eve, or the Fredrin na will be prioritized. So maganda ito for Zol EastCreek. Again, it's still not confirmed, Adi, kung ano nga ba to. Is it a jungler Fredrin like earlier, or is it a siding Fredrin na mapupunta kay Attorney Ang?
Yeah, yun yung maganda dito sa Fredrin. Pwede mo siyang i-flex. Pwede siya sa jungle, pwede siya sa XP lane. Pero going back sa Eve na yan, talagang kanina talaga, siya talaga yung nagde-deal ng damage. And siya yung reason bakit hindi makalapit yung front lines ng Zol EastCreek sa G Esports FE. Kaya nga nung nakita ko, nung na-pick up na ng frontliners ng Zol EastCreek yung Radiant Armor, doon na sila nag-start na medyo mas maging matapang. But now we see here G Esports FE picking up that Lapu-Lapu and that Kaja. Kasi nga, hindi na banto ngayon. Both of these heroes, bannable heroes sila for this meta. And that's a good pick coming in from G Esports FE. But now, Lexa here, they won't give that Valentina at all. Gustong-gusto nila itong gamitin. And now we wait for Shin's hero here. And India, they pick up that Lolita. What can you say about these picks?
Yeah, I do like the Kaja pick coming from G Esports, lalo na yung Fredrin kasi dito kailangan mahuli. May HP bars kasi yung Fredrin, right? And as long as the Fredrin keeps that HP bar up, pag ina-attack mo siya, di ba? Parang mas makakakuha nga siya ng mga crystals doon. And he's gonna be able to pop in that appraiser strat. And with the Kaja kasi may suppress yun yung pagkahatak mo. So, I think magandang choice ito up against the Fredrin. Although, I think it might bite them back kasi may Valentina dito sa side ng Zol Eastwick na pwede rin nila kunin yung Divine Judgment dito ng Kaja. So, for G Esports, are they gonna pick up their jungler or are they gonna pick up their gold laner? Kasi possible na magkaubusan rin ng gold laner dito or maybe even the mid laner. So, wow, double support for the side of G Esports. Sustain from the Faramis and the Kaja that will be initiating the team fights here para sa G Esports.
I think this is a mid lane Faramis and the roamer Kaja, and that's a good pick coming in from G Sports FE. I really like their first 3 picks compared sa Lolita, pero I think this Lolita is expecting lang a marksman, so parang tinatry na nilang i-limit yung marksman options dito ng G Sports FE with that Lolita pick. So
I think so too. Like, parang ang good na pinoint out mo nga yun, no? Kasi Beatrix, Brody even, na mabablock niya talaga yung projectiles na magagaling dito sa mga marksmen. I also like it kung matimingan dito ni Shin yung kanyang Numenon Blast, especially after the Cult Altar. Magiging maganda yung results here. But again, the timing is the key here for the Lolita. And especially, same goes for all setter tanks here. Hayabusa pa rin, magiging ban dito ng Zol Eastwick. So, not gonna let Nami Swan have that. But there is still the Leomord, there is still the Martis here that's open for them to take.
Oh yeah, open pa, Leomord.
Yeah, not unless it's banned out dito sa last phase. Kasi hindi pa rin natin alam, Adi. Like, Fredrin jungle ba to? Kasi it's so, I think they're also adjusting. Like, for Zol Eastwick, they're waiting for the final 2 picks dito ng G Esports. At para sa G Esports naman, nagtatanggal na sila ng mga possible gold lane dito. Hindi ako magtataka kung magtatanggal pa sila ng isa pa. At ayan na nga, yung Harit kanina na napakasakit. Nakita mo naman pagdating sa late game, isang chrono dash lang from Rian. Already half HP na yung mga members ng G Esports. So, respect as well coming through from G Esports for that one. Yeah, so we're seeing final bans coming through here for both sides. And the Leomord, yeah, I was mentioning that, Abby, and they're gonna be taking it out. Tingnan natin kung anong magiging jungler dito for G Esports. They still do need a jungler, they need a gold laner, and the Claude coming through here for G Esports, someone to shred the tanky frontline. Pero at the same time, meron din kasi Lolita dito for the side of Zol Eastwick. Wow, this is a lot of heavy frontline once again. Ali for the side of Zol Eastwick. Fredrin, you add up to the Grok as well, like similar composition to what Raka Azur had earlier on. And add mo pa yung backline damage dealers in the form of that Brody. This time, Zol Eastcreek will be going for that marksman pickup. And Brody, any thoughts on this? This is the first time we're seeing it dito sa ating Sibol National Team selection. Okay, so it seems like the Brody will be the pick here, but the Akai as well, that seems to be a repeat ban, especially for Smart Omega. So let's see if that will be the case here, because Zol Eastcreek sobrang tanky ng kanilang frontline, quite similar to what they had sa game number 1. Pero kailangan pa rin talaga ng taga-peel dito ng G Esports. Ano kaya magiging jungler nila? Is it the Akai? Is it the Olus? But it seems like they're gonna go for the Akai instead. Tingnan natin, I think it should be an Akai jungle here for G Esports. Quite different from the Leomord that they've had earlier on. So ngayon may double setup na dito for the side of G Esports. The heavy sprint from the Akai, even the Divine Judgment from the Kaja Addies to deal with the frontliners here dito ng Zol Eastcreek. We're heading over into the Land of Dawn in just a little bit. Pero para sa Zol Eastcreek naman, guys, this is going to be their match point already for them. So if ever they do win this next round, sila na po yung mag-a-advance sa ating Sibol Combine, which they will be joining Raka Azur, they'll be joining Smart Omega, Empress. Pero ngayon naman for the side of G Esports, magbabawi sila dito for the next game and hopefully force out a game number 3 with this lineup. But for everyone here na nagsusuporta sa ating mga teams, maraming salamat po for joining us this afternoon. Don't worry, there's still one more series after this one. Stay tuned for the next one. It's WP, Vixen, and Maharlika G. But right now, we're still waiting for us to go into the land of dawn for Zol EastCreek at G Esports naman. At para sa Zol EastCreek, one last game for them to head over into the combine. Let's head into the land of dawn. This is the second game for Zol EastCreek at G Esports. Match point na po tayo para sa Zol EastCreek. And this time, nag-adjust rin yung ating mga laners dito. Ari, it's going to be the marksman gold lane. So wala na tayo makikitang mage. Pero para sa G Esports naman, they did dominate in the early stages of the game. Kanina sa game number 1. Sa tingin ba natin, magiging Zol EastCreek naman this time that will be the one to pick up the early game advantage here up against G Esports. So we're seeing a lot of the stickers coming through as well from our players here. And like what me and Addy mentioned, all the female players here, more or less, they do know each other. They're friends outside, but right now they're both vying for the spot in the Sibol Combine. Ang daming mga pokes na nagaganap dito from the Claude up against the Brody. That is kind of expected because the Brody does need the proper timing to position himself. Still needs the items as well, but Senidoza right now falling really, really low. Fortunately enough, there is no torn apart memories. Hindi niya mapaburst down dito yung Kaja, but this is going to be a slight advantage for the gold laner. They're going to force Jen to back away from that one. Gold plating for Rian here this time on the top side as well. Shelby this time on the Lapu-Lapu, pero ang laki ng advantage dito ng Zol EastCreek. They're going to be chunking down that tower to more than half, forcing Jen to back away. So magandang start ito for Zol EastCreek this time. So it's still going to be G Esports as well right now, looking for the advantage. Pero 800 na agad yung nakuha dito for the gold lane. So that's something that Zol EastCreek has to watch out for as well. So now everyone's just poking as much as they can here right before the turtle. Kasi kailangan mo talaga pauwiin muna yung iyong kalane para naman may mas maganda kayong pwestuhan dito sa turtle pit. And now here it is, first turtle of the game, 2 minutes in. Really low na dito si Janelle. Mag-flicker in dito. Nakuha na rin yung Cult Altar dito onto Lexa, but the heavy spin is here, and sakto lang yung pagkabato dito ni Lexa. Still made it out, ladies. And there's not gonna be any first blood right now, 2 minutes in. Maingat yung ating mga teams, lalo na para sa G Esports. They need to force out the game number 3 here for their side to be able to bounce back from what Zol EastCreek took in the first series of this matchup.
Yeah, I think both of our teams, medyo mas maingat na sila sa mga ginagawa nila, no? Mas hindi na sila lumalalim dito dahil nga mas mag-focus sila sa objective. Pero nice pull from Zol EastCreek here.
Yep, yung setup dito ni Shin talaga, Addy, that was something that was unexpected. Na now Janelle, mahaharangan pa nga doon ng Zol EastCreek. Nice Guardian's Barrier up there. Nakuha ng Zol EastCreek yung turtle, nakakuha pa nga ng tower, at nakakuha ng 2 kills. And for G Esports right now, sila naman yung medyo nagsastruggle dito sa ating early stages of the game sa mga ginagawa dito ng Zol EastCreek. Ang ganda ng advantage dito ng Brody, no? Especially naka-weapons master pala siya dito. Wala na siyang boots dito, Adi. Diretso na pala. I think diretso siya BOD dito. Yeah. So it seems like BOD is going to be the first choice dito for the Brody. That means a lot of fast pushes. You want to go for the burst. And looking at the items, Zol EastCreek wants to be really aggressive here. Nakikita mo naman for their gold laner. They're actually going to switch up the lanes here right now. Attorney Ang going to the gold lane. This is going to be quite a struggle for G Esports' rotation. Kasi nagkakaroon ng switch up dito. Shelby as well. Gonna do a 2v1 duel here up against Shelby, pero hindi sila mag-overcommit dito for G Esports. Saktong pagka-poke lang dito for G Esports. They don't want to overcommit, but it seems like it's a 4-man rotation here sa top side. They don't know. Nag-switch up na. Here comes the Numenon Blast for the backside. Masastun dito si Shelby once again, and it's going to be Zol EastCreek that picks up another kill, but there seems to be a mirror move that G Esports is doing here on the bottom side. It's Attorney Ang that's being chased here. I don't think there's going to be any escape here. He's going to get taken down here by G Esports. A nice trade, 1-for-1 there. But unfortunately for Zol EastCreek, they want to be taking as much as they can right now. So yeah, it seems like Rian again having the free time to farm, but it seems like it's going to be a clash here once again in middle side. There's going to be the Appraiser's Rat here from the Fred Rin. Masastun sila dito ng mga members ng GE Esports. Lexa is really low right now. It's not going to be so wise to go in for the pickoff, so they're going to recon right there. But again, Shin relentless on the Numenon Blasts. How many Numenon Blasts have we seen today from Shin? Always on point right now. And Zol EastCreek, they have a lot of map control right now. Dalawang towers na nakuha nila sa top side. At ngayon, mukhang si Senidoza pa nga yung ita-target dito. Ang sakit na rin dito ni Rian, ha? BOD from the Brody. Look at the basic attacks. Enough to melt down Janelle. And here comes the turtle as well. It's going to be this time. Still, Sol EastCreek going to be picking that one up. And now here's a Blazing Wet from Jin. It's not enough damage just yet, as Zol EastCreek will be picking up another BMI out, but still gets caught up by Shin. A killing spree for the roamer of Zol EastCreek. This is just really difficult for GE Sports. A lot of the map control, a lot of the early stages of the game went to Zol EastCreek, and not to mention all of the turtles napunta sa side ng Zol EastCreek. Yeah, it seems like still GE Esports right now struggling to find the opening. It doesn't help that Rian has been farming up so well. He's just being left unchecked here because GE Esports has to check in the lanes that Rian has already taken right now. But right now, Shin gonna go for the possible engage, and what's really difficult here is Rian is having such a fun time here with the Brody, just free-hitting everyone, and not to mention Attorney Ang's Guardian's barriers are so lethal at this point. They're gonna be taking in the mid-side tower as well for Zol EastCreek. Just 6 minutes in, here comes the heavy spin from the Akai. But look at the Numenon Blast from Shin! Yan na naman, tatlo yung mahuli dito. And super low na ang lahat. Dalawang mawawala. They're gonna try to go for Janelle again. But GE Sports, they are gonna be backing away from that one. Even though they do have the Fire Mist here to sustain, it wouldn't be wise to go up against 4 members sa Zol EastCreek. Isama pa dito si Rian na kanina pa nakakakuha ng items. I actually do want to see what Rian got right now. Yeah, there you go. A very, very early Blade of Despair for Rian, and not to mention naka-weapons master pa siya. Additional physical damage from that Brody. So Zol EastCreek now, they're looking very, very confident right now to invade the jungle, and this is what you get really if you have the map control. Ang hirap makapwesto ngayon ng GE Sports. Their jungle is being invaded by Zol right now, and this is the final turtle for their side. Possible na simulan to ng, Ashley's gonna start that one up. Site ng mga basic attacks, yung mga hampas dito ng Fredrin. And not to mention, nakaano pala siya dito, Demon Slayer Emblem. Once again, they're gonna try to go in for the possible steal. Mapapa-heavy spin out na lang dito si Nami. And as for the rest of the members of Zol EastCreek, they're just poking as much as they can. Look at the damage here from Lexa, from Rian. And while all of that is happening, it's still Zol EastCreek. Lahat ng turtles napunta sa kanila. 24k na sila ngayon, and up against GE Sports that is struggling right now to find the opening. I think the key here is going to be for Jen to actually be able to scale up. Kakakuha lang niya ng golden staff dito, so that's actually a good thing for the Claude here. Instant burst for their side, but si Rian rin, natingnan yung bawat hampas dito sa towers. Ang bilis matake na. I think that was just 4 hits on the Brody at this point. So very early BOD was just too much to handle para sa GE Sport. Inhibitors na lang yung natitira dito. Actually, there's just 1 second tier tower here for Zol EastCreek to take. So let's see. Shinrin, actually, I do have to commend the Numenon Blast here. It's always catching the members of GE Sports off guard right now. So mapapaatas na lang din. Meron na rin ditong cult altar si Lexa. So that's something that GE Sports has to watch out for before they go in for the engage here. Shin, naghahanap na naman ng proper timing dito, Adi. Ilang Numenon Blast na. Ilang napakagandang Numenon Blast from Shin. Tatlo yung nahuli. Here comes the conceal play. Speaking of the Numenon Blast, they're not gonna overcommit. Yep, they did conceal very early on. Flicker out here. Oh, Tony goes for the one charge!
Oh, that Numenon Blast connecting!
Yep, may call out rin dito na naganap. Mahuhuli pa nga, masastun right after that pass that's coming through. And Lexa right now, Attorney Ang, the only one down. It's a 2-for-1 trade. There's some shutdown goal there for GE Sports. That's good. But yung mga nakukuhang items talaga dito ng Zol EastCreek, yung BOD ng Brody earlier on, kita mo yung hampas sa tower, Adi, 2-3 lang yun from the Brody. Ang bilis-bilis. Naka-Hunter Strike and Maleficron na rin pala dito si Rian. So for GE Sports, it's just a matter of the fast tower takes na nakuha dito ni Rian earlier on. Tapos nag-switch pa nga siya ng tower. So agad-agad yung mga side lanes ng Zol EastCreek na control na nila agad at mas mabilis nakakuha sila ng mga turtles. All turtles actually went to Zol EastCreek.
Sobrang iba nung game na to ngayon ng game na to for Zol EastCreek, no? Kanina nung game 1, sobrang parang hinahanap pa nila yung groove nila. Pero ngayon na nakuha na nila yung tama nilang tempo, tama nilang timings, hindi na talaga nila binibigyan ng tsansa na makabawi pa itong GE Sports FE. Looking at the kill score, it's 11-2 at napakalaki na din ng kalamangan dito ng Zol EastCreek. Tapos makikita din natin sa kanila yung disiplina nila kasi kahit sobrang lamang na sila, 10k gold lead at that, hindi sila lumalalim. Alam nilang kayang-kaya pa rin sila mabigyan nitong GE Sports FE kasi nga naman meron itong Fire Mist and parang medyo sumasakit-sakit na din itong Claude sa side ng GE Sports FE dito, Burger Kim.
Yeah, 10 minutes in. For GE Sports, they have to sustain with the Faramis. May cult altar sila dito. Pero yung mahirap kasi dito, kung nakapwesto si Rian, kung nag-lock in siya ng tower dito, may Lord pa nga na taon dito yung Zol EastCreek sa bottom side. So, para sa GE Sports, kailangan din nila intindihin dito si Rian. May concealed play na ganap dito kay Shin. Hindi siya magko-commit dito ng Luminous Blast. She's just saving it for the right time. Once again, they want to get as much towers as they can. Objectives lang daw muna. Sabi dito ng Zol EastCreek. Isang tower ang magbabagsak dito. Isa na lang yung natitira dito for GE Sports FE. They're gonna try to look for the end here. Rian has all the items that she needs. And speaking of the items, to add up more to the damage, mag-heptasis pa nga siya dito. Lord will be easily taken down here by GE Sports. They have to take that one. Here comes the flicker play. Meron din Luminous Blast from the backside. Pero look at the damage from Rian. Mag-free hit lang siya. Yung una na wala dito is going to be Ashy. It's going to be a 5v4 situation, but for Zol EastCreek, they have the damage. They want to look to end this one and get this one with a clean sweep. Look at the damage by Rian. Naglalak na siya ng tower dito, and I think it's game over. Zol EastCreek will take this one with a clean sweep.
Grabe. Ang linis ng game na yun para sa Zol EastCreek. Sobrang different siya from game 1. Kasi sa game 1 kanina, parang palitan yung nangyayari. No? Parang makakalumang yung GE Sports FE, pero kayang bumawi nitong Zol EastCreek. Pero sa game number 2 natin, sobrang iba yung naging istorya. Para dito, yung Zol EastCreek, simula early game, sila yung nagpakita ng maganda at mabilis na pag-rotate sa mapa. Kaya naman, nung nakuha na nila yung kalamangan, they did not hesitate to choke the members of GE Sports FE. And wow, another sweep, Burger Kim. This is our first series for today. And it looks like yung mga nangyayari nating series ngayon is puro sweep. Pero ito, makikita natin sa highlight nito, maganda din yung pagpasok dito ng Kai. Pero kasi yung counter engage coming in from Zol EastCreek is iba. Tsaka yung Luminous Blast ni Shin dito, parang laging tumatama, no? Parang yung pick-offs na gusto nilang kunin, nakukuha talaga nila. Tapos kaya nilang mag-disengage without any casualties. So, that was good coming in from Zol EastCreek here.
I think para yung naging mahirap rin kasi dito for the side of GE Sports is yung mga early tower takes. Sobrang daming gold plating talaga nakuha doon ni Rian. At kung mapapansin mo yung gold lead. At yeah, sobrang commendable nga dito. Parang ilang Luminous Blast yung nakita ko na nakahuli ng 3 dito si Shin. And para sa side ng GE Sports, yun yung nagiging struggle niya. Wala pa silang masyadong items, pero sobrang daming items na ni Rian. Tapos not to mention yung mga setups na ginagawa dito ni Shin. Sobrang saktong-sakto talaga. There were some shutdowns here, pero yung naging mahirap talaga dito yung yung Lord na nakuha dito ng side ng Zol EastCreek. At kung mapapansin mo dito sa huling clash, they were trying to clear out the minion base, pero si Rian, tamang lock-in lang na tower. Kung mapapansin mo yung bawas nga dun sa tower, sobrang laki. Parang 2-3 hits that was enough to chunk down the tower really low. So, it was just Rian having the advantage all around.
Yun nga si Rian and si Shin, ang ganda nung synergy na pinapakita nila. Pero gusto ko ding i-comment si Lexa. Ang ganda ng mga agaw niya doon sa cult altar ng GE Sports FE. Kaya naman, they were able then to get those skirmishes and clashes at any casualty. Talagang hindi sila nababawasan. Kaya naman tuloy-tuloy yung pagkuha nila sa major objectives. And eventually, palaki na ng palaki yung gold lead nila from GE Sports FE.
Yeah, definitely a lot of clean sweeps that we've seen today. So let's take a look at our tournament bracket once again and our schedule once again. We're down to our last series for today, Adi. At sobrang impressed ako sa ating mga ladies. Sobrang laki ng potential, and hopefully I'll see more of them. So we're seeing our first three teams that will be heading over to the Sibol Combine. You got Raka Azur, you got Smart Omega Empress, and you got Zol EastCreek right now that will be joining them. At ngayon, we're down to our last match, Adi. We have WPE Vixen and Maharlika G Unit once again in a best out of 3. Sino kaya yung huling team na makakasama dito ng ating mga top 4 teams for the Sibol Combine? Is it WPE Vixen or is it Maharlika G Unit? Let us know in the comment section. Please do stay tuned for that one, guys, because that's the last one that we'll be having today, and we'll finally find out sino yung magbubuo ng ating roster sa ating Sibol Combine. Let's take a look at our standings right now for the Sibol National Team Selection for Women MLBB. So it's mostly a clean sweep today, Annie.
Yeah, yun nga, kahit sabi ko kanina, parang ang bilis ng pagtakbo ng atin yun. Kung makikita natin dito, puro sweep nga. So, kaabang-abang talaga yung last match natin for the day. Dahil nga, hindi ko alam kung ano i-expect dito. Kasi mga earlier series din, yung earlier matches din natin, ang ina-expect din natin is very, very tight games. Pero ngayon, puro sweep ang nangyayari. So, for WPU Vixen and for Maharlika G Unit, kailangan natin abangan kung magiging sweep, another sweep nga ba? Or magiging matagal games ng ating last match for the day. And now, tatlo na ang nasa combine. Tatlong teams na. It's Rock Azur, Smart Omega Empress, and Zol EastCreek. So, isa na lang talaga ang kukumpleto sa ating hinihintay na top 4 dito.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an exciting day. And ako parang sobrang nag-step up talaga ang ating mga ladies this time. So para kitang-kita mo how they adapted so fast into the current meta. And nakikita nyo talaga, guys, these are ladies playing and how they can actually play as fast as the boys. So parang talagang nakakasabay talaga nila, and ako sobrang proud ako sa mga ladies nila. We've actually reached this point that we're having a national team selection for female MLBB. So keep on doing what you're doing, guys. We have one last series for today. It's WPE Vixen and Maharlika G Unit. Once again, this is Bird Kim and Addy. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go away. This is the Sibol National Team Selection for Women MLBB.